You can't hear them anymore. The Canada geese, what we call the Canadian geese, where I come from, because, well, they pay in loonies. They try anyway, but you get far enough south, nobody wants Canadian money. Or they didn't. I don't know what the exchange rate is anymore, but we used to have more in the U.S. than them. Either way, I heard the geese flying outside. Oh, jeez, how did I get this started without being ready? It's because of the fucking geese. Everybody's on the move. They're like, I don't know if I can trust anything anymore. I gotta get out of here. Really, the thing I wanted to talk about is quite simple. Yesterday I talked about how at the time of the Constitution, and as it followed through until I read in early 2000s, I finally read a book that I was supposed to read in the early 90s. I always read the books I'm supposed to read, even if I didn't read them on time, because at least I've got the information. That's what I paid for, right? You get what you paid for. Pabst Blue Ribbon beer. I talked about 70% of these people that are politicians being lawyers. And before I even started it, this is why I'm late. This is why the geese interrupted me. It's because I wanted to know. Where this Marjorie Taylor Greene chick got her law degree from. And I said it to Siri, and it had no answer. We went to Wikipedia, and Wikipedia came up with a thing saying, hey, you know, we don't charge you. How about $2? And I thought, well, they do have information, and I never use it. This is probably the third time this year, and it's the end of the year. I just, mostly I get my information from books where I can have citations and things like that, where it's believable for sure. Nobody can just change it any way they want. And I don't know how Wikipedia works. People start rumors and you believe them. All you got to do is say enough times, like 150 times to somebody, the same damn thing, and somehow that believes you. That's what Victoria says. And she keeps telling me she loves me. I believe it right in the cockles of my heart. It sounds dirty, but I looked that up once. Cockles means the atrium and the ventricles. It's all the chambers of the heart. Those are the cockles, right down to the cockles of your heart, right to the center of my being, because you couldn't be without a heart, right? I did pretty well for a long time. I needed love. So I went to Idaho, picked up a bum, dropped him off at another hotel to get him away from me. I don't need that guy standing there talking to me while I'm smoking my cigarette and drinking my coffee in the morning. And that's how I met Victoria. I dropped him at the hotel she was at. Her dad was outside. He was like, what the hell? 1,500, 2,000 miles away from home. And there are these people. And there's Archie. Everywhere you want to be. Like Visa only. You might not want me to be where you want to be. So, 70% of the United States politicians our lawyers. Needed to know. Marjorie Taylor Greene, hey, where'd she get her degree in law? And it says nothing about it. Nothing came up about her having a degree in law. And the regular citizen like us says, yeah, fucking lawyers, they're always working us. As it turns out, they're the only people that know how the law is supposed to work when the time comes that somebody tries to fuck it over so bad that you're not going to have anything left of what you used to be. Now you have to be angry all the time. Now you have to be hateful every minute of the day. Just wait. Let's go into the can return. Ha! Just testing everybody. You gotta test them. You gotta make jokes about Jews and fucking LGBTQ and fucking the American African community. You gotta make jokes about everybody. They're just angry jokes to see who will react. That way you know who the enemy is. That's what they make us, right? Fuck those lawyers. But as it turns out, the lawyers happen to be the only ones holding shit together. They may have a heart made of stone, but it may be gold. But, I mean, who wouldn't want a gold stone? It's the Midas touch. But they are the only people that are crazy enough to care about such a thing as holding a society together until we can come up with a better way. We look at Marjorie Taylor Greene. She's a fitness shop owner, a personal trainer maybe. You know, I heard somebody talking about, you know, you can see somebody working as a waitress and say, well, they've got higher dreams. But what did a personal trainer? That was a joke, and I don't support it. But it makes you wonder, what were their dreams? Were they going to pull fire plugs out of the fucking sidewalk one day and they just couldn't get big enough, so they just get a job in the gym so they can work out when nobody's paying them to tell them what to do, and they can one day maybe pull out that fucking fire plug, the whole thing will come apart. Just right there in front of everybody. Oh. No. What we see with her is what we get when we get people that don't understand the laws, that don't understand civilization and society, and how it's fucking just tentatively held together before we lose it and start attacking each other. We put them in charge. She talks like I do. Well, you're a cunt. Yeah. No matter who you are, if you agree with the shit she says, she's saying things you couldn't come up with on your own. She's pretty creative. No, it's because it's been buried for so long because it doesn't work. You get Marjorie Taylor Greene. You get somebody that's supposedly a regular person in charge up there, and you can see how easily it can fall apart. I mean, you got that poor guy up there. A regular guy. He talks like me. Bah, bah, bah. I'm sorry, but you're a cunt. I can see the idea of changing the way things are, because it doesn't seem to be working. But the idea is you go forward. with an idea of not what worked before, what can make things better for all of us. And you say, next time, don't be so fucking eager when you see it fall apart.